Hello and welcome to the Failsafe Fitness Podcast, Season 3, Episode number 4. My name is, as always, Michael Joshua. I am the owner of Failsafe Fitness Limited. Welcome to the podcast. If you've missed any shows, please go back and listen to them. There's a whole year's worth of episodes for you to go through with some insights into training, exercise, fitness, nutrition, and of course, golf performance. We're going to crack straight into the show. It's going to be a pretty quick one this week. I haven't been up to much. Clients, as always, have been spectacular. My two clients have gone out and they've done reasonably well in their triathlon, got through with no issues. I have been on the range and looking at how slow my swing speed's got, since I haven't really swung a club for the last 5 or 6 weeks. That's quite depressing. We'll get into that a little bit later on. And my training itself has been a little bit stuttered. I'm actually learning to drive. Yes, I know I'm old at 45 to learn to drive, but I'm currently swatting up on that instead of being in the gym. So I really want to pass that and get that done before the start of next year. And that's pretty much it in terms of news and what I've been up to this week. The only main news is the fact that sessions are still 3 for 2 in terms of personal training and nutrition. So if you do want to come along and join the Failsafe family for personal training and nutrition and weight management sessions, they are 3 for 2. So personal training sessions normally £20 an hour. 3 for 2 means you get 3 hours for £40 and a maximum of 3 purchases. So 9 for 6 as a maximum. And the same applies to the nutrition and weight management. And if you want all of that in a package, there are now large packages available, of which you can use ClearPay to pay for over this period of 12 or 24 months. So you don't have to pay upfront, completely upfront, for your personal training and nutrition needs. And the same applies with your golf performance and nutrition and training needs. You can buy a big bulk starting at 150 up to 250 or 300 pounds. You can pay then over 3 months, over 6 months, or over 12 months for that training. So please go and visit the website, make your bookings, and ClearPay is available on all of those sessions. Golf performance sessions are still £10 an hour, and as of the 1st of December right the way through until the second week of January, that will unfortunately at Himley Hall Golf Centre will be closed down. We're doing some maintenance. As everybody knows, I'm a greenkeeper there, so we're going to be doing some maintenance over Christmas, and obviously I need to take a couple of weeks off as well to go and get my driving done. So I'm going to take a couple of weeks off for Christmas, a couple of weeks off for my driving, and then once that is done, I'll be back on board. So I've given myself sort of 4 to 6 weeks to get all that done. And the second week of January, the golf performance will be back up and running, and the golf simulator sessions will be back up and running at Himley Hall Golf Centre. So you've got about another just over 10 or 12 days worth of golf performance sessions available at Himley Hall Golf Centre. All sessions then will be held at the Failsafe Fitness home base, which is in Stourbridge. So if you are anywhere near the Stourbridge area and you do want some personal training, golf performance, or nutrition and weight management advice, get in touch. Links are in the description. Go take a look at the website, take a look at the blog, which is very good this week. I'm very impressed with myself in finding the article, and it's something I've been banging on about all year, which I'll discuss a little bit later on. But yeah, that's the news for this week. Get in touch, send us your messages, and at the end of this month, which is in a couple of weeks' time, we will also be discussing your questions answered. So the top 3 questions, nutrition, fitness, and golf performance, will all be on the show as a special at the end of this month before I take that break. Cracking straight into it then, we're going to look at nutrition. Over the next few weeks, we're going to talk about the nutrition and vitamins. It's something I didn't really dive into a lot of. But I thought we'd go a little bit of a small deep dive into vitamins. So we're going to start this week with vitamin A. So vitamin A is a fantastic little vitamin. Is a fat-soluble vitamin that is naturally present in many foods. It's important for normal vision, the immune system, growth and development, skin, bones, teeth, and it's also helps your heart and lungs and other organs work properly. So very important vitamin, and obviously you need to ingest fat because it's a fat-soluble vitamin as well. And also, of course, reproduction. Without vitamin A, the reproduction system doesn't really work. So if you want to boost your vitamin A intake, which we all should do, really, you need to be looking at taking the following. I'm going to say supplements then, but they're not. But you need to add these into your diet if you want to improve your intake of vitamin A. So liver, eggs, fish, milk, carrots, sweet potato, pumpkins, and spinach. Add those into your diet, and you'll be helping your immune system, your vision, your skin, your bones, your teeth, and that reproductive system. So take that on board, and that is your nutrition tip of the week. We will go through all the vitamins as well. So B1, B2, B3, B6, B7, B9, B12, C, D, E, and K. I will go through all those over the next few weeks, one per podcast, and we'll just talk about the benefits of them. Like I say, vitamin A, healthy for your vision, your skin, your bones, your teeth, and reproduction. Liver, eggs, fish, milk, carrots, sweet potato, pumpkin, and spinach are the good sources for you to improve your vitamin A intake. Before we get into your physical exercise of the week tip this week, we are going to talk about the blog. Now, the blog is back up and running as well, also alongside the podcast. The links are in the blog for the podcast. They're in the description down below as well for the blog. If you're listening to this, go and take a look. So the blog this week is a complete guide to kettlebell training. It's a little article I came across. I was actually in the process of writing one. So it's a little bit borrowed from column A, a little bit borrowed from column B, and a few things from myself. So go take a look at it if you're interested in just buying one piece of equipment. And I've been banging on about this for most of this year. The people who want to go and spend a fortune at a gym, don't. Go and spend it on a set of kettlebells. There are plenty of companies like mine. There are plenty of YouTube videos you can follow along to, and you'll be able to build yourself a great body by using kettlebells. And this is a complete guide to kettlebell training. Go have a read. Take a look. There are a couple of links to some videos, etc., etc. You'll find it very, very interesting. And talking of kettlebells this week, we are going to look at the kettlebell snatch. So this is a great, you can either do it from hang or from the floor. So being able to drive through those legs from a squatted position, from a static position, being able to drive through those legs is going to build those quads, build those hamstrings. It's also going to build the core, because you've got to rotate, lift that shoulder up as well. So nice shoulder action, and flip that kettlebell over and catch it with a strong grip. So you're working the entire body, your core, your arms, your shoulders, your grip, your legs through the kettlebell snatch. And whether you do that with one kettlebell or you do it as a double kettlebell from the hang or from the floor, it's going to build you some great strength, great core stability, and it's going to be a great exercise to do in conjunction with other kettlebell exercises or in preparation for Olympic lifting if you are doing that at things like CrossFit. So yeah, give the kettlebell snatch a try. It'll help you build some muscle and hopefully help you break through a few plateaus if you are struggling with a few things. Golf. I said it was going to be a quick one this week. So, 'tis the season of, as many of you out there have probably seen on Instagram and Facebook, and even some YouTube videos have mentioned the new stuff is coming. New ping irons, new ping driver, new TaylorMade stuff, new Kirkland signature driver. I'm quite excited about. Looks quite similar to somewhere of a cross between a Titleist and a ping, a Titleist and a Cobra, driver. So I'm quite interested to see what that looks like in the year. But a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's Christmas, I want a new driver, I want new equipment, and is it best to buy now or buy later? Now, my advice is, especially if you're in the UK, your golf clubs aren't open. You're not playing a lot of golf. You're probably barely playing once a week, let alone every month. So my advice to you on the people who want new clubs is that if you want them, go buy them. And the marginal gains year on year, maybe a yard, maybe 3 at most. You know, the biggest gains are going to be in irons, not in the driving side of things, I don't think. Spending the money on lessons might improve your game all round. No, unless you've suddenly jumped 10 or 15 miles an hour in terms of swing speed this year, you're not probably going to need a lot of new equipment. Maybe a replacement of grips is probably going to be better than a whole new set of golf clubs. So with silly season around the corner and a lot of new stuff being put on the market in early January after January, February, March, my advice is hold your horses. Go and wait and try the new stuff. Don't go and buy new equipment now that in 3 or 4 months' time is probably going to be half the price. And if you still like that compared to the new stuff that's come out, you can always try it. So my advice with new equipment and new clubs before Christmas, I think anything that you buy between now and March is probably going to be at least a third, if not half price, come the time of the new season, especially here in the UK. That's pretty much it for this week. I said it was going to be a short and sharp one. There's not a lot been going on. So yeah, please go and have a look at the sessions 3 for 2 on PT and nutrition. Golf performance is £10 a session right up until the end of November, and then starting 1st of December right the way through to the second week of January, all sessions will be held at Stourbridge home base, not at Himley Hall Golf Centre. Take a look at the blog. There's complete guide to kettlebell training. Don't forget vitamin A, very important vitamin this week. We're going to do a little series on that over the next few weeks. What vitamin is, what it does, and how you can get more of it. Exercise of the week is the kettlebell snatch, whether you do that with 1 kettlebell or 2. If you have a kettlebell, go and try it. It'll be fantastic. And of course, if you're thinking before this close to Christmas of buying some new stuff, yes, opening up nice new shiny things is great. But if I were you, hold off till January or February in the sales. Go and try some of the new stuff when it comes out. Book yourself in for a fitting and compare the new stuff to the stuff that you were going to buy before Christmas. And if it's very comparable and it's half the price, you all know what to do by now. And that's pretty much for this week. Thank you very much for listening. Definitely haven't bored you with a rant this week at all. Little short, sharp one, just over 15 minutes long. Go and enjoy your week. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.